Morning. We're in Eskdale. We just parked up at Warehouse Farm. There's room there for about 10 cars. Leave the small car park, head up the road a few yards and turn left, and then take this track in the direction of Warehouse Farm. Once we get past Warehouse Farm, we're going to head up to Great Moss, then up to Fox's Tarn and on to Scafell. It's an absolute beautiful morning. 29th of April 2025, just me and the rock star. That's Artefell just across the valley there. This is Warehouse Farm, and it looks as though there's a bit of building work going on. The footpath runs behind the back of the farm. Follow the wall all the way to Eskdale and Scale Bridge. The gate's locked, so it looks like we're using a ladder style. Some lal fella's hat if you're looking for it. Could be a long shot you're getting it back. Smithy's Toys Superstore. It's not such a high one at this side. Billy managed himself. I don't know whether you can hear them birds, but they have never stopped all morning. Still very early, it's only 7 AM now and we're over a mile in, so yeah, it was an early start again. We were up at 4:30. This is Scale Bridge and Eskdale. Keep to the wall as it drops into the valley and the River Esk. And just look at that view behind me into Eskdale. Wow, what a beautiful valley, eh? Then leave the wall and head into the valley with the River Esk to your right hand side on the clear path. These big boulders here are called the Heron Stones, and the mountain between them at the end of the valley is Fell. To the left of us we've got Heron Crag, and to our right we've got Hard Knott, and you can just see the Eskdale needle there. It's a very different day to the last time I was up this valley, December last year, where I head up towards Penn and Scafell Pike and came down Cam Spout Crag, which is the way we're going to go up to Scafell today. Yeah, that was a savage day. I think I done an hour in the dark in the morning and 2 hours in the dark on the way back in freezing cold, icy rain. My legs cramped up. It just wasn't very nice at all. Since then I've been taking the electrolytes. I've had no more problems with cramp, and I've also been doing a little bit of exercise in the mornings on the treadmill and weights, so I'm feeling quite a lot fitter. I'm also eating a bit better. No more junk. Well, no more junk every day. Still a little bit of junk. Still like my sausage and my hash browns, but I was eating them every single day. Full breakfast every morning. I've gone a bit easy on that now. Still eating well. There's Lynn Cove Bridge below us. And we're heading into the sunshine, look. Plenty of water up here for Billy. Well, at the moment it'll be a bit drier on Scafell, but I'll take some up with me. I've got an empty bottle in my bag that I'll fill up at the end of Great Moss, just for Billy. You'll remember last time I came up on the path the other side of the gill, up to Great Moss. This path will take us to the same place. It's a long time since I've been on this path. You get a better view of the waterfalls from this side. This side of the gill's a lot more dramatic and a bit more on the edge. In fact, some of it is very much on the edge. So just be very careful, there's a couple of little scrambly sections here. It's a clear marked path on the map, but the path on the other side of the gill is a much easier option if you don't like a bit of exposure. I'm absolutely loving this. It's very dramatic. That crag above us is called Green Crag. We're almost at the top of the gill and heading into Great Moss. Over the top of this final crag, a little bit of a scramble. And we're up and heading into Great Moss. And just look at these mountains in front of us. England's biggest, Scafell Pike, dropping down into Mickledore. I can just see the white stretcher box at the top of Mickledore. Broad Stand, Scafell, Cam Spout Crag, which is going to be our way up. And our next landmark will be the Samson stones below Cam Spout Crag. Not too far away now. This is one long walk in. 4 miles before you hit the Samson stones, and the bottom of Cam Spout Crag. Then you've got to get up to Fox's Tarn, to the summit of Scafell. The descent from Scafell probably easier than coming up that gill we've just came up, down Long Green and Slight Side. Probably a bit shorter in miles as well from the summit. It's also one very wet place. Look at this. I almost walked straight into it. It's about 4 foot deep. I chose to cross just there because the Samson stones are just there, which is where we want to be. So I just crossed there, and I've still been over the tops of my boots a couple of times. Right, we're through the wettest of it. I've got spare socks in my bag if I need them. And here we have the Samson stones. Head through the Samson stones, and just down there we're going to take a left and head up them rocks into Cam Spout Crag. If you remember last time I came down this side of Cam Spout, I'm going to go up the rocks on the right hand side today. I'm also going to lose these sticks because I know there's a bit of scrambling involved, especially to get up to Fox's Tarn. Here's the Rockstar. We've got a nice breeze blowing up the crag. Whew. And it really is appreciated because that sun was warm down in the bottom of Great Moss. That's us at the top of Cam Spout Crag. We're going to top up with water here, and then we're going to find that gully that takes us up to Fox's Tarn and then on to Scafell. keep plodding up towards Mickledore. Our gully's just up here somewhere on the left hand side. That's Broad Stand. Under no circumstances do you want to be walking onto a Broad Stand. It's climbing country only, there's no walking routes up there. The gully to Fox's Tarn is below Broad Stand. That's Mickledore, where the stretcher box is. And just below the towering buttress of Broad Stand here, we have a cairn taking us off left up that gully to Fox's Tarn. There's the cairn. And here's our ascent. A couple of tough little pull-ups on that gully, especially for Billy. It's very mossy and wet, so he was slipping quite a bit. We're about halfway up. Big chunk of moss here we'll have to be careful on. A very slippery place for the big dog. I had to help Billy up. Most of them sections of moss, he couldn't get any kind of grip at all on them green black rocks, but that's what the harness on his back's for me to help him when he needs it. We're almost at the top of the gully now, and we're on nice grippy rock again, and we shouldn't be far away from the tiny Fox's Tarn. And then just a short pull to the summit. As you can see from this walk, we're almost 5.5 miles in, maybe just over in fact, and there's been water from start all the way to the top of this gully. And here we have the tiny Fox's Tarn. Bone dry, or almost bone dry. Very, very rarely is there much in the way of water in this tarn, but enough for our lad to have a little paddle. To the right of us you'll notice the path. It's lighter coloured than all the rest of the rock and a bit more eroded. Just claw your way up here and you'll not be far from the summit. I was hoping to hit the summit for about 11 AM. It's 10:50 now, so not bad going. We're about 6 miles in. There is no easy route into the Scarfells from Eskdale, you know, especially from Great Moss. They're all massively long walk-ins and tough, scrambly ascents. Turn left at the big cross here and head for the summit. Just right of the cross is the Nuttall summit of Symonds Knott, 959 metres. You can just see Scafell Pike across Mickledore and the shelter. There's 4 or 5 people on the shelter, and it's lovely and cool up here. What a blessing. And here we have the summit of Scafell, 964 metres. The cairn marks the summit. There's also a big summit shelter. It's a Wainwright, a Burkitt, a Hewitt, a Nuttall and a Hump. Bowfell, Crinkle Crags, Great Gable, Kirkfell, Pillar, Red Pike, Ewbarrow, Wastwater, Burnt Moor Tarn. We'll head south over the summit plateau, down Long Green and up and over Slightside, back into Eskdale. There you go, there's our route. A lot easier getting off this mountain than our route getting on. All downhill. This big green ridge is Long Green, and that's Slightside over the other side. There's a few cairns on the path to help you on your way, keep you off that edge in poor weather. We've just crossed Long Green and down there is the summit of Slightside. So what do you think of the van then? The Citroen Berlingo. We love it. We had a fantastic camp up in the Galloway Forest, nice and quiet over Easter. I think we've just got it right, you know, the bed's perfect, it's perfect sort of size. By the time you get everything out and get Billy in the front, you've got a full-size bed, plenty of headroom. Oh, it's just fantastic, much better than sleeping in the old Peugeot 308. We got an awning for it, but you're going to have to wait till our next camping adventure to see that. And here we have the gnarly old summit of Slightside, 762 metres. It's a Wainwright and a Burkitt. And if you didn't think there was much of a walk on from the Scafell side, there you go. It's a proper little micro mountain of its own. And there's the Rockstar. Heart of Fell straight in front of us and the Irish Sea. We're going to drop down here back into Eskdale. The route off will take us directly to the car park at Wayhouse Farm. Once we get down off Slightside here, it's all pretty much easy going. It's worth pointing out that if you're up here on a hot day like this with a dog, the route itself, as you've seen earlier, the first 6 miles was an absolute swamp. Plenty of water for Billy to the point of Fox's Tarn, and then the water dries up till you get over Scafell and Slightside. Once you drop over the back of Slightside, you'll drop back into the wet stuff, but you're looking at probably 2.5 miles of very dry, rocky summit plateau. So you're going to need to carry a bit of water for your dog to get him over there without overeating. Well, that's my opinion anyhow. I don't like to see dogs thirsty. There's no need for your dog to get dehydrated. You've got to think about him more than yourself, you know. Worst case scenario, if you don't think your dog's up for it, leave him at home. I know if it gets really hot this year, me and Tracy's decided we're going to leave Billy behind on the odd occasion, because you know he's 9 years old now and he really does suffer when it gets too hot with that big coat. So we're always looking for routes with plenty of water sources. Is that it? I thought you were thirsty. What you like? He used to suffer from a bit of hay fever as well when he was younger, but not so much now. But still, I think a little bit. If ever you see his eyes red, that's what that is. Not because he's been drinking or had a late night. If ever you see my eyes red, it's because I've been drinking and had a late night, because I don't suffer from hay fever, but Billy don't drink. My old mountain dog Ollie used to love drinking Guinness, loved a can of Guinness. Don't know where he got the habit from. Go on, it's not that deep. Go on. Do yourself in. Come here. Whoops, a bit slippy, innit? Now what are you going to do? I can't get down there to help you. You're going to have to reverse. Come on. Come on out. That's it. Reverse. Reverse. 3-point turn. And he's out. Come here, lad. Come here. That's good. Oh, nice. There. Oh, nice and cold. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Come on. That is nice, eh? Oh, we're racing. Come on out. We had enough. Had enough. Ah. Want some more? You coming back for more? You coming back for more? There you go. That is one big long stomp down from Slightside. We ain't got too far to go now though. Once past this little tree here, we shouldn't be far away from seeing Wayhouse Farm and our car park. We've got about half a mile to drop down this little gill. Past the old dead tree. I'm going to wrap the video up here because we're not far away at all now. Quarter of a mile maybe. In total the walk's about 10 mile, maybe just over 10.5. It's a big hard walk. You might not think 10 miles a lot, but they're telling miles, I'm telling you, especially when it gets warm, so bear that in mind. These are big mountains. See you next time for what will probably be a shorter walk, especially if it's as warm as this. And bye from our lad, the rock star, who's still plodding on. From Warehouse Farm in Eskdale, we head into the valley of Brotherly Keld. Crossing Scale Bridge, passing Heron Stones, we eventually reached Great Moss. Passing the Samson Stones, we head up to Fox's Tarn via Cam Spout Crag. To eventually reach the summit of Scafell. We drop down the ridge of Long Green to eventually reach Slideside. And from Slideside we dropped into Cat Cove and eventually back to the car.